Butters. I gotta chase her and be a dick. The cat's an asshole. All right, we are back for game number 5 against Wet Dog 5, fittingly. That was not planned. We're going to play e4. Ooh. This is my first week of teaching, so I didn't get to play as much chess this week. So let's see how I do. I played a tactics trainer series of puzzles a little bit ago, and I just missed such an obvious tactic. So hopefully I don't miss that during this game. It's like basic tactics. Okay, that is a weird move. So I can take, and if they take back, well, I can't do that yet. In this scenario, I just castle. I'll do that. Okay, what are you doing? All right, do I push? Take. Seems okay. So let's do it. Threatening that. It also opens this up. Ready to get the knight out. I have not seen that before. The b6 push and then the fianchetto of the light square bishop. That's a first. And they take. We take. Okay. Now, does that work? If I take here and you take, it's defended, so that's fine. This is a thing to note here. I could just develop and further defend this pawn. I could also defend it that way. That makes a lot of sense. I have to be wary of tactics here. If they take and I take back, they could take and then I can't because they win. So defending it definitely makes sense. I feel like getting the knight out first makes more sense because it also defends the bishop. So I'm going to do that and kind of defend both at the same time. Now I wonder when they did that if they're going to castle long. They are. Okay. This is a pretty weird position. The way they have this set up. So what do I want to go after here? Where do I want to put this bishop? I immediately want to start thinking about tactics for how I could just like open this up. I feel like I'm a little ahead in development, but I don't think there's probably going to be anything forcing this early in the game. I should probably just think about developing and putting this bishop somewhere useful. You know, if it is something like I take, if you take back, that kind of opens up an attack, so that is a double attack. That'd be a terrible move because you could take, you're attacking this and attacking that, so that doesn't work. Doesn't work at all. Now in this scenario, I could do this and kind of put the question to the queen, but what am I really gaining from that? I mean, this is kind of pinned. If I did that, how does that help me much? I mean, where would the queen go? Go a bunch of different places. It also undefends that. So that's just like a one move threat that's easy to avoid. I mean, I'm assuming what they're going to do next is bring their knight out, which would attack this again. So maybe I should just, even though I want to develop, maybe I develop this, and then if they bring their knight out, I can bring my bishop out to pin and see how they respond to that. Yeah, let's do that. I still don't think there's any immediate, oh, Okay, so look at that. They're gonna do, I don't know, if they're threatening to push and they're gonna start attacking over here. Maybe I should just do the same. Like I should just push and try to pry this open. Huh. Maybe that's what I should do. Let's do the same. Yep. So if I go here, you take. Then I could take, and there's a bit more of a threat because I can take here and then this is hanging. So you'd have to do this. It's something. Do I want to push this right away? What would be an alternative to this? Is there anywhere useful I could be putting this? I mean, it could get out like here at some point. It kind of blocks that communication. And doing this just to have a back rake thing doesn't help that much. So right now this bishop doesn't really have a good place to go. I think I'm just going to push and go for that. So they go here, they take, I take. If you open this, no, you go here, I take back. If you take, that's defended, and I could take this pawn and then get my queen over here at some point. Yeah, let's do it. Well, I did not calculate that. That was dumb. Okay. So that was just a free pawn. I don't know why I just assumed that they had to take back with that. It's defended twice. And this is not. So this would also be a free pawn. You could just take that. Well, can I recover from this and win? Of course I can. It's still really early. What do I need to do? I need to get this in the game at some point. Or at least make these communicate better. You're not threatening anything immediately over here. Let's just... get this into the game. Let's see what they do next. Well, one move I see right away is this. You gotta move this somewhere. These are still defended. This is defended. This is under attack, but it's defended, so it's fine. This is defended. That's defended. I think I'm gonna go for this and see what they do. Now, can I just like be a more aggressive player here and like sacrifice a piece? Like, what if I take here and check you? I put myself in a pin if I do that. So what if in that scenario you just sidestep over? Then what? I could take, you take back, I come over here and defend it. It gets tricky. Would it be better to do it if I take first and then you go and then I do it? No, I couldn't do it anyways. The king's right there to defend. These are all bad ideas. But this is a pretty strong bishop that I feel like I should just get rid of. I don't mind the queen right here. You know, another tactic there. Ooh, look at that. That's a pretty good tactic. I think this works. If I take with my knight and you take back, I can go bishop d4. The bishop's defended, and I am going to be attacking the queen and the rook at the same time. I like that. Let's go for it. What are they gonna do? As always, my opponent has more than 15 minutes on the clock. I don't think I've ever played a game so far with this channel where like my opponent's gotten under like 10 minutes. Everyone always plays kind of fast. But let's say they don't take. What if they don't take? What else would they do? What else could they do right now that would be helpful or productive? I don't know. I mean, if they take with the queen, I'm going here. If they don't, what are other things I could do? Okay, well, I don't even have to think about it. They did it. So I think I just go here and win a rook, right? No, I don't. That's easy to defend. They just go here. They just go there. I could do that then. Yeah, it doesn't really work. It kind of puts their queen in a weird spot where it's like not really doing anything. And my bishop's a little more active, so I think I'm gonna do it. And I think they're just gonna do that, or they could even do this. They could defend it either way. Now that I moved the knight and took though, wow. They thought about that for 20 seconds and did that. What was their thought process there? I wonder if they were thinking they would just attack my bishop, but they just completely missed that I'm attacking their queen. And also attacking their rook. They can't even take back. There's just a free queen. The old Botez Gambit. That's so funny that people call that a Botez Gambit. She like made that a thing. Okay. Well, that's fair. I think I just need to go back here where it's defended. That's the only square I can take it to. So that I will do. Because now this plan works again. That works again now. So now I can take. You take back. This is still defended. And I get this pawn. And then I just come over here. I don't even care about that. Threatening that. That's pretty devastating. So is there any way out of that? Let's try to calculate this. I got lucky here. So if I take, now you can take back with the knight. And you're defending again. So it doesn't work yet. I need to get this knight out of here. So if I did this, and I got a trade, ooh, that would work even better for me because then I'm going to attack the knight twice. Right? If I go here and you take, I'm going to take back and attack that knight twice. The knight took here. I would just take back with the queen. I like that. I'm just going to do it. Because, yeah, I want that pawn, and I want to get it back here, but it wouldn't have worked yet. If I take, you just take back and defend. So, doesn't work yet. What are they going to do? Okay, they're just going to trade. So now this is going to happen. I get an open e-file, which is nice. So my pieces and my coordination are working out pretty well here. Ooh. Man, I want there to be something here. Oh, look at that. This is trapped. I mean, it's not totally trapped. There's a way out of it, but I'm going to win a pawn. So if I move my queen up, this pawn is hanging, but I have more of an initiative. So if I bring my queen up here, I'm attacking this. And that square is covered, and that square is covered. So your only way out there is to go here. I take it, attack again, and you have to go here. Oh, no. Yeah, that rook is trapped. I'm going to win that rook. I'm going to win that rook. I wonder if I had that on the move prior. I probably did. I'll have to look back on that, the analysis. Yeah, that rook is trapped. At least I'm pretty sure that rook is trapped. Yeah. So that's your best way to play it. And they resigned. Okay. Well, I'm glad I saw that tactic. That worked out pretty well. So, okay, back for take two on analysis. Like halfway through, I did this already once, but halfway through, one of my cats just started freaking out and making a ton of noise. So, gonna redo it. Okay, so that game obviously worked out well for me. Started off pretty standard. Ruy Lopez. That was a move that I had not encountered yet. It's probably not a very popular move in response. Albany Gambit. Castling made a lot of sense here. I can't win this pawn yet. You know, this doesn't really change anything. If I take, they take back, and it looks like the pawn's hanging, but it isn't because the queen comes down and attacks both. So they're going to win the pawn right back. So I just castled. Here, I feel like making a push in the center was the right thing to do. I mean, it opens the bishop up, and I don't know. I guess I could have brought the rook out first, but yeah, bringing d4 out made a lot of sense. I feel like the only other candidate move here would have been the knight instead. So, and they clearly have played a line before where the goal is to castle long. Here I was going back and forth on moving the bishop or the rook. and it just made sense to defend this, to double defend it first. I mean, I don't really know with the bishop, like, where do I want to put that bishop? I don't want to put it in front of the pawn because then it's harder to really defend it double. I guess I could go here, but it doesn't really seem like a big difference. And here, I mean, here kind of helps. It's not bad, but it's not like I'm going to like take that pawn anytime soon. So just chose to bring my rook out. Here, that move felt weird. I guess this is maybe the first one that jumps out as like, that seems kind of odd. I mean, it's okay, but I feel like developing your knight and bringing more pressure on that pawn makes a lot more sense here. Because having this pawn, I mean, it kind of blunts my bishop a little bit, but it feels kind of slow, and you're still kind of lagging in development a little bit. So I'm not sure about that. And then there's my blunder for the game. I mean, it does eventually kind of get this open and kind of create that threat, but I never really do that much with it anyways. So yeah, that was just a bad move on my part. And I do eventually bring the bishop out anyways. And here was the first clear tactic I saw where I kind of had a few forcing moves. So I kind of calculated that, I believe, in the game where I go here, take, they take back, and then I attack with the bishop. What I did not think about in the game when I first saw it was how easy it would be for them to defend it with the knight or the pawn. Probably the pawn would make more sense, and then you bring the knight out over here to e7. But I take, they take back, I attack, and here's the game. Wet Dog plays c6, knight c6. I guess that was just like tunnel vision where I moved and they can attack it, but they hung their queen. And they also just like hung it as a free piece because they can't win it back. So even here, I feel like the only way to save the rook is to come down. I can just bring my bishop back, and that's just a free queen. And it also kind of leads to the bishop being on a terrible square where I get to trap it, which kind of led to the resignation. So finally getting the knight into the game. And I get to take back. I'm attacking this and setting that up. So this is all pretty forcing once they made this. I feel like they want to bring the knight in. They can't take the rook back. I don't know what would have been better here. Like, I'm curious to see what the computer would have wanted them to play in this scenario. I mean, they're in trouble for sure. I wonder what would be the best move for them in this position. If it was, because that feels like a pretty forcing line where I just come up. I guess you could just defend. If you want to get the knight into the game, you could defend it and then maybe take this bishop. At some point, you got to take this bishop out so your rook can like get back into the game because it's just trapped right now. Another approach, I guess, could have been to push the pawn. But yeah, if you push the pawn, I can't take it because it's defended. So I don't know. This is a tricky spot for black. I don't know what I would do in this position, but I don't know if it would have been knight e7 because of this response, which feels pretty natural. Again, maybe the move here is to just defend it. And then if I take, you get to take back, and it's like not too bad. Like if you go here, I don't know if I would have taken it, but if I do, and you get to take back, it doesn't feel that bad. I think if that had been the case, I would have taken here and gone with this plan to kind of bust open the queen side over here. But they do take. I get to take back. They bring their knight back over onto the edge of the board, which is really not where it wants to be. In this scenario, what they should have done, now that I see, man, this is crystal clear now, they needed to take that. They needed to take that and just let me have it. You know, their rook is still temporarily, you know, stuck, but here if you take, I take back. This is still bad, for sure, but you could at least bring the rook back and it's defended and then get it into the game somehow and like hold on to something. But here you bring the knight back to the edge of the board, which is not where it wants to be. It's not doing anything there. And then I get to attack the rook. It's a forcing line. You can't really do anything. The response I think that could have stretched it out is you bring the pawn down to f5. I take again, and then, ooh, actually, no, yeah, you're just done. You're done there. It's trapped all the way. So that just would have been a pawn if you'd done that. That's not the move, because then I just get a free pawn. My queen's in a bit more of an active position. Can't go there, can't go there, can't go there, you can't go there. And you can't go there. So that's just a trapped piece. And they resigned right here. If they had taken back, what would I have done? What would I have done? Maybe just tried to pry the thing open and just go for it here. I don't know if that would have been good. You could just respond with this. I'm not really sure where this is going then. I don't know, I probably wouldn't have done that. Maybe at this point, since the knight's stuck here, yeah, that's probably my move. If they go here, probably b4. Can't go there, you can't go there, you can't go there. Knight's kind of stuck on the edge of the board. So yeah, I would have won the knight next if they had kept playing. They take, I go here. Your knight really can't do much. Go here, I take. Yeah, so that worked out well. Let's check out the analysis and see how it pans out for me. I think I get a... Okay, that should be good. Okay, it's a book move. Castling was correct there. That was good. That was a good move. Okay, so yeah, I was kind of talking about going back and forth between those two. It likes bf4 more, but bring the rook out was okay. Yeah, so here it does want me to take that knight. It wants them to take the knight, I take back, and then they bring the knight out. But instead they do that, which did feel weird, and I followed it right up. So both of us, I don't know why, they played that move, and for whatever reason I thought they were just going to start like pawn storming, and I thought I could respond and like kind of race them, but that doesn't help at all. So here, I definitely looked at that move, but I felt like it wasn't going to do anything, so, yeah, it wants knight d5. Knight d5, queen c5, knight takes d4. Or no, queen c5, bishop e3. To defend here. Knight takes d4. Okay. So that's just a bad move. They followed up with another bad move. Okay, so here it does like that. Wow. I remember in the game when I played that, I was like, oh, that's a blunder. They said that was the best move. Did I follow it up properly? I sure didn't. I sure didn't. Wow, so knight d5 is like significantly better here. Why is that? What am I missing? Queen e5. Okay, so I had the right idea, kinda, but didn't follow through with it. I can't see that. I can't see that far down the line. Yeah, that was a bad move there by them with their bishop, and I responded to it the right way. Wow, they do not want me to take that. Again, knight d5 is significantly better, so I just like missed that both times. It's interesting. Yeah, they wanted to just defend there, so obviously that's a big blunder. And now I'm up a lot of material. Bring back. Oh wow, it doesn't even care. It just says take the knight. Yeah, see, in that situation, that's what I was thinking. They just need to take that bishop, but they do not. And I see the tactic there. Well, that worked out. So it seems like the kind of key thing I missed was this knight d5 move, and I missed it twice. It doesn't want me to take here. It really wants me to get into this position. Okay. Well, overall, I'm definitely happy with the way I played this. I felt like I just kind of blundered a piece here, giving away. And I think because of the way I played it and the way I was thinking about it, that was a blunder. Like, I didn't realize that the knight was going to take that. I wasn't thinking about that in advance as a plan with the ability to play knight d5. Like, I was not thinking that, so that was a mistake on my end. Even though the computer likes the move, like, I'm trying to correct my thought process and get better at calculating things. So that was a spot to think about in the future, but overall, definitely happy with the win. I mean, it would have been much more interesting if the game could have kept going there, if they just played this and we kind of had played along. I still had a slightly better position, but obviously after that, it's pretty lopsided. But happy with the game. Thank you for watching, and I will be back again soon for another one. All right, bye.